Hey ho folks, what's up? This is Macro and today we're playing Satisfactory again. Last time around we had to stop building refineries at our new HMF factory since we hadn't unlocked the wet concrete recipe yet. As promised, I did this in between episodes, but I can tell you none of the 5 hard drives we had in stock gave me that. So I had to go for some more hard drives, research some more, and finally we got it. So as you can see on the right hand side, I already checked that off of our list. Another thing that I checked off of our list is the biofuel factory and power plant. So now we have another means of emergency power supply, if you will, using more of our solid biofuel, turn that into liquid biofuel, and feed that into the fuel power plant thingies. I'll show you that in a second. Another thing I want to show you is this up here. As you can see, I turned this kind of conveyor belt shaft, the walls and the floors, into glass. That was a nice and special suggestion. So thanks for that. Looks good, in my opinion. So let's have a look at the biofuel consumption here. And also I switched over how do I do that again? Here. I switched over the preferred fuel to packaged fuel. So we don't use the solid biofuel for this anymore. A second, I gotta go into here. Because I think it lasts a little longer, so we can get up a little higher or float longer in the air basically. So I basically did what I already told you a few episodes ago. I connected those 2 containers to this merger here, put all the solid biofuel into 3 refineries, as you can see here, which use this and water to produce liquid biofuel. The water, and then, wait a second, this basically leaves this building on that side, right? Water comes in here, and as you might expect, since we have our water source over here, I placed down another 2 water extractors, pulled that water pipe all the way under the base foundation there, pulled it up here, and brought it over here into that building, right? All right, let's have a quick look back here. This is where the biofuel leaves our factory, and then just to buffer a little bit of it, right, I placed a few industrial fluid buffers. They are all full, as you can see, full of liquid biofuel, and they feed into 9 fuel power generators here. To switch that on and off, I needed to place a valve here. So this one's closed right now. I can show you, I can open it, and then it will start to flow, and the generators will turn on one by one and produce up to 2.25 gigawatts of additional power, which we can then switch on and feed into our main power network, right? So let's switch it up again and not waste the fuel, because the thing about, or the difference, let's say, between the solid biofuel burners up there and those guys here is that they will burn the fuel no matter what, right? It doesn't depend on whether we actually need the power or not. They will burn it. So I had to place that valve. All right, so wet concrete. It's a concrete recipe, of course. You can see there it is, right? The wet concrete recipe. That's basically all we need. Oh yeah, and another thing, I pretty much placed kind of all relevant resources into the dimensional depot here. And also I connected smokeless powder and built a little black powder production line over at our compacted coal factory for the turbo fuel power plant. Extended that a little bit, adjusted the sulfur and coal miners a little bit so that we produce a little bit of black powder so that it's much easier for us to produce ourselves some nobelisks in case we need some more, right? Where are they? Here. Yeah. So that should be everything worth talking about, I guess. Another thing that I wanted to do real quick, just to get that one checked off, is this, which we can easily do now. We need 100 smokeless powder and 200 nobelisks. So I also crafted some of them, so that shouldn't be a problem. Well, that's 247 for us then. I need to craft some of them in between episodes again, I guess. So, and 100 smokeless powder, no problem. And then we can unlock the cluster nobelisk. I don't know if we are actually going to use that. We can have a quick look at the recipe and decide then, I guess.
Cluster nobelisk unlocked. This type of nobelisk detonates into multiple smaller explosions. Can be used for clearing large areas of vegetation and other inconveniences. Addendum. Inconveniences, in this case, is not defined to include persistent family members, raccoons, student debt, the sunrise, peer performance reviews, neighbors learning to play the saxophone, phone calls, or your favorite show getting cancelled.
Oh, that's a shame. All right. So we just need more smokeless powder to produce them, right? Shouldn't be an issue. I guess I'm gonna check them out in between episodes and decide then whether we completely switch over to cluster nobelisks then. Because what we basically do with them is destroy single structures, right? As they're, for instance, these gas-emitting, whatever they are. And I don't think we need a cluster nobelisk for this. Not really sure. So let's hop over to our heavy modular frame factory then, and continue with the next refineries. While we're going over there, we can have a quick look at what we're gonna do next. There we go. That was these 3 refineries then. All the limestone we already have available. 1 full pipe of water we already also have already available. And that's it basically to produce the concrete over there. And as far as I can see, there's only this 12 water remaining here, right? So we could basically prepare everything that we, so that we only have exactly this 12 water per minute remaining, right? Because currently we have 240 cubic meters pipes, which is more than we actually need. So we can downclock some of them. I explained that 2 episodes ago, I think, or last episode. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do, I guess, so that we can check off water, and yeah, then we will place a little sign or something where we are going to extract these 12 water per minute later on for the residual rubber here. Right. Okay, cool. Let's hop back into the game. Almost there. That's good. Also, I removed the deconstruction crate that back there on the turn, right? And I haven't managed to find this guy, this dismantle crate over there. Still no idea where it is. All right. We should be good in terms of material. So let's see. Let's have a look where we are. I forgot about turning it off. Let's turn it off real quick, otherwise it's gonna annoy me the whole time honking around here. And then we're gonna check out where we get the limestone from. Or rather, where we bring it in. You shut up. Thank you. All right. Cool. Oh, you know what? Let's clear our to-do list. This is all done, so this can go. Thank you. Okay, cool. Oopsie. Okay, so this is where the limestone comes in. Or comes up, rather. I mean, we have a lot of vertical space in our first floor here, right? So we could basically bring it up right above the copper, so here, and then bring it over. Or maybe we want to bring it further this way even. Let's see where we place those 3 refineries then. Oh, I remember. I already did that. So we even might want to bring them in here somewhere. Okay, cool. So let's apply the recipe first then. So wet concrete. And the last one needs to be downclocked a little bit to 40%. That is 32 per minute. Does that make sense? 192 overall. So 160, 132. Yes, 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 yes. That's exactly right. Okay. How are we going to bring the water over to here? What are we gonna get from this? It's only copper. So we could, if we wanted to, bring a water line over just like that, right? Bring it in here, maybe even with the little wall hole, the good old handy wall hole, like that. Should be exactly straight, right? Yeah. Okay, let's not do that this way, but let's do it this way. Yeah, complaining about clipping to the wall back there, but we don't care. Oh, those are the inputs here, right? Okay, okay. No problem. Oh, that could be a little too close, actually. Let's see. We want to bring the water over like this. Let's see if we can place... Yes, we can. Nice. Was wondering if that junction wouldn't fit here because of the turn here, right? Let's switch over to horizontal to vertical. Connect all of that. And that's the water. Okay, cool. Now let's connect the limestone. Let's see. Do it like that. And then it's 120 each, basically. So we need MK2 belts. No, MK2, but straight. And then let's just use MK4 for this. Alright, so if we want to bring it in straight, it is, as far as I can see, on the second lane here. Yeah. So... Oh, no, I want to have this one. So let's just use the next wall here. Like this. Give me a little... scaffolding foundation here just to get a hang of the elevator so that it's exactly the right height. Whoopsie. Like this. Like this. Then we should be able to remove all of this again. Connect it all up with MK4. All right, cool. Power. Do we have power available here still? Yes, we do. Let's just use that then. Like that. I guess it's alright if we do use 2 here. It's only 3 machines, right? So now all we have to do is connect the resources from the outside, and then it'll already be going. So No, not the wall, but the belt. Where does it... It needs to touch this little edge there. All right. Like that. That's a bit hard to see. Okay. Should be this height, right? So let's bring it over like this. Cool. And now, again, we need a little bit of scaffolding here. One more to get up there. That's not enough. Need another one. That should be exactly right. Let's test that real quick. Looks good to me. Okay, cool. Now we need to replace the conveyor lift accordingly. Where does it connect to? To the next lift right away. Okay. So let's start here. It's the right way around. Needs to output resources on the top part. Oh. Whoopsie. Oh. Whoopsie. Ah. Okay, we got this. Oh no. You're telling me that's the maximum? Really? All right. Then we need to place another one. Let's turn it around like that and bring it up here then. Just like that. All right. Like that. Should be good. Remove the whole scaffolding stuff here. And connect this up again. Okay, cool. We should have some limestone in here, which we can throw away. Nice. And now limestone should be fed into our refineries. So, water, you say? Well, can we? I don't think we can, but let's find out. Can we bring up that? Can we bring over rather a pipe like this? I think we can. How does that look? Yeah. Okay, we gotta go middle lane. You're here, so 1, 2 should be like that. And yeah, no. Like that. That's gonna look a little bit weird, I know. Because it's going to be basically unsupported, right? We gotta go. Wait a second. 1, 2, 1, 2. We gotta go this way, I think. Can we? If we do it the other way around. That's exactly what I want, I guess. Is it? Yeah. It is. Let's remove those poles. Would be great if... I mean, can we do that? No. If we could pull them out a little further, right? I mean, okay, that wouldn't help here, so we would need those guys basically, but on a wall. Yeah. But we don't have them, so we'll take it. Remove all of that again. And then we also need a pump. Let's align it. The other ones. Give me a power line. And you should be more than good in terms of head lift, right? 6.6, maybe 6.7, but not even 7, right? Cool. So let's check on our refineries. They should be going. Not the middle one though. Why? I mean, probably just a supply issue for now, but it should balance out over time. Cool. You know what? Remove this one as well. That's fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, efficiency is going up. It's got more than enough water. Water's filling up as well. Yeah, more than 15. Should be like 16 now. Yeah. Almost 17 now, I guess. Yes, cool. So, it fills up. Alright. That's concrete. So, let's see. That's done. That's done. Yeah, let's take care of the water. We already placed the rubber thingy here. All right, so this is what currently comes out of this pipe here, which is 3.384, too much. So let's keep that number in mind. Or actually, that's the number, that's the amount we have to downclock this specific extractor, right? And you know what? Just for now, let's store the other number over here. as well. Right? That's what it needs to come down to. That's only 7 point something water. Is that right? Let me check that real quick. That's for copper. No. Oh, you know what? That's because it's, whoopsie, wrong way around. It's got to be like that. That's 240, not 120. 120 would only be 1. So we actually can remove one extractor from this line. Yeah, okay. So then it's rather something like... well, can you? No, we cannot. We cannot remove one. We still have to produce something like 8, 7 point something. Yeah, 7. So it should be 127 something. Yeah, 644 whatever. Yeah, exactly right. So first number is the first pipe. First pipe is also the leftmost pipe, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah. That's the leftmost one. And then the middle one as well. So this one needs to be clocked down to this number and... oh no, I messed up. Can I do something like that? No. Okay, let's do it again then, I guess. All right. So that was 240 minus 15.384. There we go. And the other one is then, I can't type, 240 minus whatever it says back here. 240 minus 112.356. Okay, great. Don't touch this menu ever again, I guess. And let's hop over to our extractors and configure them accordingly. Okay, leftmost pipe first, which is this one, right? Yes, this one. So this one, that should be those two. Yeah, okay. So, let's see. We only need to downclock one of those. Same over here. And let me cut that term real quick. So it's 104 point... let's make it 62. Yeah, 104.62 for you. 104.62. Saving a little bit of power here, I guess. Okay, paste that term again. 104.62. Yeah, just wanted to double check, right? Okay, so, and then this is only going to be 7.644. Let's make that 7.65. That's fine. And that is going to be the middle one. So that's those two. So let's downclock this one then. 7.65. 7.65. Cool. So now we should be producing exactly the right amount of water. Let's go back and let's see what we are going to do next. I guess we are going to process. What are you? Just a rock. Okay. We are going to process the crude oil. Oh, and we still got some scaffolding here, which we need to remove. There we go. All right, so crude oil is back there. Maybe we need to redesign all of that and bring it over here. I don't know yet. Let's hop into the factory, pull up our plan, and then we'll see what we need to do there. Yeah, we got plenty of space back there still. But, yeah, I can remember that it would be too tight for another row of refineries here. I want to keep those and those two here unoccupied basically, and would like to place the next one here then. Basically on these 2, 3. And then we already hit the wall, right? So we can't really do that. Okay, let's have a look at the oil part. So we want 1 and 9 refineries for processing oil. So 10 refineries basically, but with a little bit of space in between to separate this one, right? Maybe move that over here. Okay. 9 refineries. Like that. 9 refineries. Okay. How about we put them here, maybe here even. So that we have, leave this one out and leave this one out and put it right here. Outputs facing our direction here, like that. That would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the thing is that I would love to leave a little bit of space, right, for this one. Maybe we just do it like that. I mean, I basically could put them closer together, right? But nah, I don't want to. I guess we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. But I just realized that I rather align the outputs here instead of the inputs on the other way, on the other side, if you know what I mean. As you can see, this one is closer to this edge here, right? And that's what we usually do, so I will do that here as well. So let's align it to this guy, but like that. All right. And we can remove those again and well, we need to replace the first one again. Okay, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yeah. 8? Oh no. Okay. I just realized that we needed 9 of those. Only for the rubber. So we gotta do it like that. Those are only for rubber. Alright. So we still gotta... Let's see. Oil, rubber, right? So we still gotta find some space for this guy here. This one, however, supplies the polymer resin for our residual rubber over there. So, let's see. So, the resin needs to go here. Right? You need the resin, yeah. So we could bring it around here if we were to... that's gonna be a little weird, but... we could do it like that. Maybe... yeah, I don't know if I like that much, but... okay, so... let's see. You are producing fuel. And at 40% only. Oh. Already got this, I guess. And then we need rubber. Rubber. At 100%, please. Whoopsie. So copy that. Paste. And the last one needs to be downclocked to 25%. So 5 per minute, is that right? I guess so. How can that be? Ah. It should be, okay. So that's 8 times 20, 160. Let me show you guys what I'm currently trying to calculate here. So we got our 8.25 refineries here, right? And I'm trying to figure out what the exact number of our rubber is. So we have 120 plus 6. Wait a second. Oh, okay. This belongs to this guy over here. Okay, so we have 120 plus 45, so 165. That should be exactly right. 8 times 20, 160 plus 5. Yeah. Great. So 5 is exactly right. Okay, so let's set up the pipes for the crude oil. Same way as we always do, like that. And with a minor little deviation, which is another little junction over here. And here, can remove all of that. Properly connect it like that and like that. Okay, cool. So that's your oil. Oh. Oh no. All right. So we need to move this guy. Maybe like that. And then maybe here. And if you're wondering why, what are you doing? I can still change where the pipe attaches to the support thingy back there. That's weird. Okay, if you're wondering why I built this pipe at all, it's just for this junction to perfectly align with that red. Otherwise, that would not be possible. Oh, that was a slight mistake. That's on me. Let's place this again. And now let's place the junction here. And now we can move it. Yeah, but that's already fine. Cool. So now we're good here, but now you don't realize the alignment. Okay, game, whatever. I actually don't care that much if it's not 100% perfectly aligned. All right, remove this ugly section here and replace it with a pretty one. And same for the remains on this side. Okay, cool. Connect, whoopsie. I mean, that would be possible, but we all could sleep at night then, right? So let's connect all the single refineries. Did that one again just for getting the alignment of our Andy wall hole here, right? Is that correct? No, it's not. That should be fine. Can I please? Oh, there we go. Looks good. All right. Do you need anything else? No, just crude oil. Same for you, I guess. Fuel? Just crude oil, right? Yeah. So let's connect it to the crude oil line over there. How are we gonna do that? I guess we can just scrap this vertical piece of pipes there. That's exactly right. All right, guys, looking at the time, we're already 5 minutes over the time already. So I guess we're going to stop here and continue with the oil supply line in the next episode. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it as always, and I hope to see you around next time as well. And until then, bye-bye.